Hi everyone. Today we're going to continue with your fractions topic and we're going to be looking at converting between mixed numbers and improper fractions today. So first, a little reminder about fractions and the names we're going to be using for the top number. So here we have 5/8. The top number we call the numerator and the bottom number we call the denominator. So that was just a little reminder. And again, a little reminder on simplifying fractions. So a fraction can be simplified by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So if we had 3/6, we can simplify this by dividing top and bottom by 3. Okay, if you think of what times table are both 3 and 6 both in, well, they're both in the 3 times table, so you can divide the top by 3, the numerator by 3, and then the denominator by 3 to get 2. So your answer to simplify 3/6 would be 1/2. Okay, so moving on to improper fractions and mixed numbers. So if a fraction like 14/3, okay, where the numerator is bigger than the denominator, that is called an improper or top-heavy fraction. And if a number looks like this one here, so if you've got 2 3/4, so that's made up of a whole number and a fraction, that is what we call a mixed number. So those are the two types of numbers and fractions that we're going to be looking at today. So our first example, changing 21/4 into a mixed number. So here we've got a fraction, an improper fraction, as this numerator is bigger than our denominator, so we're being asked to change this into a mixed number. So if we take 21/4, this actually means, well, 21 divided by 4. This is what this fraction line actually means. It means divide. So 21 divided by 4. We would get 5 with a remainder of 1. And the way we're going to write that and change it into a mixed number is we've got 5 as our whole number and our remainder 1 becomes the numerator of our fraction. The denominator does not change, so you can see the 4 on the improper fraction, and on our final answer 4 is on our denominator. Okay, example 2. Change 33/5 into a mixed number. So 33/5, we know that fractions actually means divide. So this means 33 divided by 5, which will give you 6 with a remainder of 3. And how we're going to use that information to help us write our mixed number. We have 6, so this technically means 6 lots of 5 with a remainder of 3, and we write 3/5. So your remainder becomes your numerator in your fraction, and as in the previous example, those two numbers at the bottom do not change. Okay. Can you please make sure that you've written these examples down and you have them to look over, because on the next slide I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try some questions for yourself following these steps. Okay, so can you please pause the video now and convert all of these improper fractions into a mixed number using those examples on the previous slide to help you. Okay, let's look at some answers now. Hopefully you paused the video and gave these a go. So converting 11/4 to a mixed number, which means 11 divided by 4, will give you 2 3/4. The next one, converting 42/5 into a mixed number. 42 divided by 5 gives you 8 2/5. And then 29/3 into a mixed number. 29 divided by 3 will give you 9 2/3. 45/6, which means 45 divided by 6, gives you 7 3/6. And what you'll notice here is this, we've got 7 holes and then 3/6. We are going to then simplify this part of the fraction. So the whole number 7 does not change, but we know that we can simplify 3/6 to become 1/2. So always check your answer and make sure that final fraction has been fully simplified. So the next question, 32/7, which means 32 divided by 7. is 4 and 4 over 7. And then the last question, 50 over 8, can be converted to 6 and 2 over 8. And again, looking at this fraction here, checking to see if it's fully simplified. We can go one step further to simplify that. It becomes 6 1/4. So these were converting from improper fractions to mixed numbers. Now let's have a look at converting from a mixed number into an improper fraction. So our third example is 6 1/3, and we want to convert that mixed number into an improper fraction. So we'll take 6 1/3, and this means we have 6 lots of 3 with this extra 1 remainder on top. So we're using our previous knowledge that we've just learned from converting improper to mixed numbers. Now we're doing the opposite, so this means we've got 6 lots of 3 with 1 left over. And we can write that mathematically by doing 6 times 3 and adding on our remainder, which will give us 19 over 3. Okay, our fourth example, we're going to take 3 and 3 over 8 and convert that into an improper fraction. So this means that we have 3 lots of 8 with this little 3 as a remainder, this 3 extra on the top. So mathematically that means 3 times 8, so 3 lots of 8, adding on your remainder will give you 27 over 8. And these numerators on the bottom do not change in your answer. Okay, same as before, can you please pause this video here and now convert all your mixed numbers into improper fractions. Make sure you have copied all these examples down, so you can pause this, copy those ones down and use them to help you answer these questions here. So pause the video now and give these a try. Okay, let's look at the answers now. So the first one, we have 3 and 2 over 5, which means 3 times 5, add on your 2 to give you 17 over 5. The next question, we have 4 and 1 over 7, which means 4 lots of 7, so 4 times 7, add on your 1 to give you 29 over 7. Third question here, we've got 6 and 5 over 8, so that means 6 lots of 8, 6 times 8, add on your 5 to give you 53 over 8. And then we've got 5 and 2 ninths, so 5 lots of 9, so 5 times 9 gives you 45, add on your 2 gives you 47 over 9. And then we have 2 and 9 over 11, which means 2 lots of 11, so 2 times 11 is 22, and then add on your 9 to give you 31 over 11. And our last question, 9 and 6 over 7, so you've got 9 lots of 7, 9 times 7, add on your 6 to get 69 over 7. Okay, so make sure you've marked all your work, and that is all the examples.